I'm beyond excited to share the newest addition to a book creator's puzzle tool lineup, the drop quote tool. Let's head over to a book creator and I'll demonstrate how to use this new tool. For those of you who aren't familiar with drop quote puzzles, each puzzle consists of a hidden quote with each letter in the quote placed in a typical black and white crossword puzzle grid. Over each column is a row with a sequence of letters. All you have to do is drop each letter from each column into the correct row to find the hidden quote. Let's head over to a book creator and I'll demonstrate how to use this new tool. To get to the drop quote tool, you can click on Activity Books, Drop Quote Tool, or just click on the icon. To get started, as with all of our tools, you want to set your trim size. I'm going to go with 8.5 by 11. If you're using a non-standard KDP trim size, you can click on Use Custom Trim Size and put in your size here. Next, go to the puzzle settings and set up your puzzles. I have a spreadsheet with 12 quotes, so I'm going to have 12 puzzles. You can set your puzzle starting number. If you're combining puzzles together and you want to start with a different number besides 1, you can put that in here. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at 1. You can customize the number of letters across for your puzzle, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. But first, let's cut and paste my phrases into the box here. You can also show hint letters if you want, but let's go with 0 to start off with. Let's hit refresh. And this is what our puzzle looks like. And this letters across is referring to how many letters you have here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So when you change this, let's say we upped it to 20, now you're going to have 20 letters across. The more letters across you have, the fewer rows you're going to have in your puzzles. So if we up this to say 30, for example, now we only have 2 or 3 rows per puzzle, depending on how long my quote was. And if you make it too small, where the puzzle's not going to fit, you're going to get this message. Not enough room for puzzle, increase the letters across value in the puzzle setting tab. So that's this right here. So if you see that, go to here and increase the number. Let's stick with 20 for right now. Now, if you want to show hint letters, you can increase this number. So what if we do 4? And that's going to look like that. So the more hint letters you add, the easier the puzzle is going to be to solve. So if you want to make them easier, you add more hint letters. If you want to make it harder, add fewer hint letters. And if you want to make it the hardest level, don't add any hint letters at all. Now you can also customize everything you see here. Let's start with the title. So you go under Title Font Settings, and you have 4 different options for your title. You can have title number, which is going to take whatever text you put here and sequentially number your puzzles, like here, drop quote 1, drop quote 2. You can have no title, which means you're just not going to have any title on any of your puzzles. That would look like this. You can have different titles, and I have in my spreadsheet the author of each one of those quotes that I cut and pasted over there for the phrases under the puzzle settings. So I'm going to cut and paste the authors of those quotes into here for my titles. Now let's do a refresh. And now we have the titles that we put in here. It's going to go sequentially through and use each title you put here as the title for your puzzles. The last option is just number. So if you don't want to have any sort of title at all and you just want to number them, this is the way to go. And this will just put a number and a colon, or you can put whatever you want here. Let's say you wanted a bracket instead, and now it has a bracket. And the answers will look exactly the same. So let's go back to just title number, which looks like this. So for the title settings, you can increase the font size. So let's make our font size for our titles a little bit bigger. You can tell it where you want to start it at. So if you want to drop it down, you can increase this number. And you can also set the space between your title here and the puzzle. So let's maybe decrease that. And let's do another refresh. Now our title is bigger font. It's dropped down a little bit further and there's less space here. You can also control the space between your puzzles. And that's this number here, space between puzzles. Right now it's set at 0.4. So if we up it a little bit, now our puzzles are further apart. And you can set the font size for your puzzle and for the answer pages. And that's going to do all of the text here inside the puzzle. So if we increase that to 18, and if we leave that at 12, you'll see that it changes it in the puzzle, but it didn't change it on the answer pages. So you have complete control over that. You also have control over your font. So if we wanted to use Merriweather for our titles, we could leave the puzzles at Roboto and maybe put the answers as something different. And here's what it would look like. So we have the different font here for our titles. We stayed with Roboto here. And on our answer page, we have the Noto Sans Black. The last thing you can set is the color. So the space color here, you can put that to whatever you want it. If you want it to be black, you can do that. Or you could make it a color if you want, or go back to black. So you can just control that however you want. I like the lighter gray, so I'm going to put it back to that. You can also change your title color if you would like, and your puzzle color. Let's see what that would look like. And that would look like this. So if you're creating something for social media, for example, you might want to use colors that match your brand. And this allows you to do that. Let's go back to black. And let's go ahead and download our puzzle. And here's what it looks like. So here's our first page, second page, third page, fourth page. You'll note that this one has 3 puzzles versus 2 puzzles in the other one, and that's because the tool will fit however many puzzles it can on a page and then start a new page for the next puzzle. And it does the same thing for your answer pages. So it's got 3 here, 3, it's got 4 there. And that's how you use the drop quote tool. And there you have it. An overview into the capabilities of our new drop quote tool. These puzzles will be a great addition to your next activity book. If you have any questions about how to use this tool or suggestions for new features to add to this tool, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Your journey to crafting journals, planners, logbooks, and more starts here. Get going now with a free 3-day trial at abookcreator.com.